Why does sex matter?
Because we're hardwired for it to matter.
Sex is important to life as eating and breathing.
It's fun.
I think sex matters because it makes you feel young.
Make you feel good. Propagation of the species.
Why does being a man versus being a woman, why would that matter when it comes to health?
We have a lot more stuff going on.
I think women and men have different concerns in health, and there's different things that you have to worry about health-wise.
Guys my age, we tend to just put things aside until we really need to get into the doctor.
On average, women make more effort to maintain their health, I would say.
Helps because I have to do twice as much as work as she does.
Okay.
There's a huge appetite for gender differences when it comes to your health. I think a lot of it has to do because it's so surprising that there are differences at all. So starting at that very basic level, people become curious, they become hooked, and then they're like, well, what are the differences exactly?
Do you think men or women have a larger brain?
I think women have larger brains because I'm a woman.
Women, of course.
Man, of course.
I'm just going to go with woman.
What we have found regarding the brain and the difference between men and women is that men's brains are bigger. 10% bigger on average. But if the old adage ever applied, it does apply here that size doesn't matter, because women tend to have more of what are called neurons, or the cells that actually do the hard work in the brain. So despite the fact that the men's brains are bigger, they're less dense. And women are more dense, but in the best sense of the word.
If you had to say one thing that a man was better at than a woman, what would you say that would be?
Athletic.
Auto repair.
Men are good in cooking, I think.
In collecting money, they are the great.
They're not better. Maybe not quite as good as women.
Women are better talking a lot.
Women are smarter. Just kidding.
If you're imagining a 3D image and you want to rotate that image in your head, just so you could see all the various facets of it, flip it around this way, flip it around that way, around. Men are better at that, as a general rule. Obviously not across the board, but men are better at that. Women are much better at taking lots of different tasks and somehow organizing them.
I bet you women would like to know what men are really thinking, the truth, the honest truth of what men are really thinking. Because I could tell you. Would you like to know? All right, I'll tell you. Nothing.
Do you think men and women think alike?
No, I do not.
Lord, no.
A man and woman's brain, I think, work completely different.
Men and women think differently, and there's a lot of miscommunication.
Well, I think we're all aware that there are sex differences in the brain between men and women. I mean, we encounter that every day. The way we speak, the way we conceptualize, how we go about our everyday tasks, whether we ask for directions or not. And we laugh about these, and they seem to be trivial, but the fact is that these differences are hardwired in the brain, and they have serious implications for your health.
Wait.
Who's more likely to get a sexually transmitted disease, men or women?
Oh, jeez, if I got this wrong, my teacher would kill me. I say that women are more likely to get one, right?
A woman.
I would think a woman.
I feel like men are.
I think it also affects women more in terms of childbirth and affecting their child.
Women suffer more for lots of reasons, including the fact that the infection or disease can remain hidden for a long period of time, and men is more quickly visible.
HPV, do you know what that is?
No. HPV? No, I'm not familiar with that term.
HPV?
Do you know what HPV? I have no clue.
I think I know, but I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
No, I never heard of it.
Obviously, HPV, depending on the type, is the cause of cervical cancer.
I lost my orgasm.
In the cab? What do you mean lost? It happens. Sometimes you just can't get there.
I can always get there.
Every time you have sex? She's exaggerating.
When you think of sexual dysfunction, you think
not able to perform.
I think there are a lot more like drugs out there that are trying to help men with that sort of problem, and I don't know if there's anything really, any sort of research into women's.
Sexual dysfunction can't function.
who suffers more from sexual dysfunction, men or women?
Oh, probably women.
And why?
We don't have a little blue pill?
Definitely men.
Well, people keep talking about the Viagra for women, too.
I think women, psychologically.
The reason I believe that women suffer more from sexual dysfunction than men is because with men it's obvious. With women, it's not so obvious. It's multifaceted, it's complex. And an analogy that I use is, the job of the woman is harder. It's like running the 500-yard dash in heels backwards.